what's going on? It's BS Backstage and a tweet and greet brought to you by the Range at Lake Norman and the Range at Ballantyne. We're live here at Coyote Joe, the one and only Mr. Drake White tonight.
How y'all doing?
You're back once again. You were here for a Thursday night show a couple of months ago and you rocked it, and you're back in the Carolinas once again, brother.
It's good to be here. It's always good to be in the Carolinas.
Heard you had some good barbecue at McCoy's earlier.
Man, what a good place.
What'd you have?
The wings.
Was it amazing?
The wings
Did you
are
fall
straight.
right off the bone?
Yep.
Awesome stuff. Well, we got a couple questions from a couple listeners. Sent them in. You know, we can't let all our listeners back here, obviously.
Yep.
We like to give them a voice and ask some questions. So the first one is from QC Ryder. If you could perform with any singer in any genre, who would it be? Let me guess, Lil Wayne. No?
Probably.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne would be good.
Really?
Lil Wayne would be good. It would probably be Paul McCartney.
Really?
Probably Paul McCartney.
That would be cool, man. That would definitely be memorable. I would think.
Or Springsteen.
Would you sing Springsteen with me then?
That would be cool.
Yeah. Imagine Eric Church, you, and Springsteen. That would be the trifecta right there.
That'd be the trifecta.
The tweet and greet brought to you by the Range at Lake Norman, Range Ballantyne. This is from Clay Guffey. Your band is The Big Fire. How did you all come up with that name?
Yeah, well, The Big Fire came from, I've always been obsessed with fire. I learned how to entertain a group around a fire. I learned how to build a fire at a very young age, and being an outdoorsman and being in the wild, like the concept of building a fire and the ability to build a fire can sustain you. It can save you. It can burn you. It can kill you. So I've always enjoyed a fire, and sitting around a fire and playing music has always been my pastime. That's what I enjoy. So in naming the band, like I've always, I really took a lot of band names in consideration when we were doing it, and I just thought, and I always loved the Native American way of naming something, like Dancing with Wolves or whatever it was. So The Big Fire just kind of hit me in my obsession with fire and being around a fire and the way it warms you, and the way a fire is started by people and energy is what I think our live show puts off. So Drake White in The Big Fire.
I mean, that makes sense, because I mean, a band, the same way. It can make it, it can break it, it can bring a show up, it can also take one down. Hopefully they aren't going to kill you. I mean, we don't want any of that. But
they can't kill you though. It's about everybody pitching in and chopping wood and gathering kindling and knowing and understanding what it takes to build a fire.
Cool. This is from EJ Barnez. My question is, favorite thing to do when not on the road?
Favorite thing to do when not on the road is
PG.
PG. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, because I was about to go into.
Oh, you can tell us already.
It's probably go out as far away from phone service as I can get.
Yeah.
Put away my phone and enjoy some good bluegrass music at a bluegrass festival, or sit around a fire and just hang out with like-minded people and just talk about what's going on, so yeah, that's my favorite.
Do you get into like the politics and religion and stuff, or do you kind of stick on the more music side? Or you just kind of go with the flow?
People are afraid of the subjects of politics and religion. For me, I have a stance on it, and it's what I believe in, and I think it's a good subject around the fire. If people want to hear that. But for me, it's usually just who's winning in baseball, or who caught the biggest fish, or where you've been hunting here lately.
So you guys like to lie a lot.
We do. There's.
Now I got one more question for you. Speaking of that, you said go get away from phone service. If there's one place you can get away from phone service, is it the mountains, or would it be the islands?
That's a tough question, because I absolutely enjoy. I love Montana. I love being in Colorado and being a mile high, if you will, and just being in that spot in the mountains at that certain time of year is awesome. But I grew up on the beach. I grew up in the salt and being a part of the ocean lifestyle. So if I had to choose a place that I could spend my life, I guess it would probably be in the islands.
Yeah. Awesome. So there you go, Drake White, the new Jimmy Buffett. No, I'm just kidding. Awesome. Thanks for hanging out for another tweet and greet. He's about to hit the stage right here at Coyote Joe's tonight for another free show. Huge thanks to the Range at Lake Norman, the Range at Ballantyne. We'll see you out there on stage soon.
All right. Good to see you.
Thanks, brother. You
Thank
too.
you.